Special guest tonight. Want to welcome and really proud to have him with us, and real pleasure to have him. The head coach of those Fordham University Rams, the Thrill at Rose Hill, as they're calling it. Head coach Keith Urgo. He's on here with us on Sports with Rich, and we welcome him in. Coach, thanks for taking the time. I know it's a busy time. Welcome. We really appreciate it.
Well, Richard, hey, thank you so much, Rich and Robert, for having me. It's a great night to be a Ram.
Oh, yeah, it's been a great season to be a Ram. You, the first year head coach of this program that made a remarkable turnaround. You're the winningest first-year coach in Fordham University basketball history. Your team won 24 games overall, number 2 seed in the upcoming Atlantic 10 tournament that starts tonight, Tuesday. And you guys have a number two seed. You're going to maybe going to play LaSalle or Richmond, or it might even be Duquesne, a team you handled just in your last game of the season up at Rose Hill. Your team describes themselves as Trailblazers, and you've gone along with that real well, Coach. Why are you guys Trailblazers up at Rose Hill?
You know what, Rich? When we recruited our guys, man, we talked about them being Trailblazers, doing something that nobody had ever done, picking a school, not being afraid of what everybody else is saying about you, being confident enough that wherever you go, you blaze your own trail and do something really special. Because a lot of our guys had bigger programs or more traditional programs, and they had those choices, but they decided they wanted to come to Fordham, do something really special, blaze a trail that lasts a long time. And I think a lot of our guys in that locker room have bought into it. And you're starting to see the fruits of their labor now.
First off, thank you so much for joining us, Keith. It is a complete honor to have you on. Congratulations on the season, and it's not over soon. It's not ending soon. So right now, with all the excitement leading up to this week, over 800 fans lined up outside Rose Hill today buying tickets. What's the feel? What's the mindset out on campus with the team leading up to Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, the energy is absolutely fantastic. I mean, Rose Thrill and the Shirtless Herd, they've brought some amazing entertainment and energy and passion to our games this year. To see the lines outside the door of all the students getting tickets today was something really special. It's what college athletics and college sports and basketball is all about. We're trying to create something that's sustainable for years to come at Fordham, not just a one-hit wonder. And I think we're on our way to doing that. And the passion the fan base has shown us, the commitment that the board and President Tetlow and Eddie Cole, our AD, and everybody's shown us, you're starting to see kind of the vision we all had a year ago. And I think it's an opportunity where we can really, kind of sustain something and try to keep Fordham in the top half of the Atlantic 10 for a long time, not just this year. And with the energy that the school, the university, the fan base has shown us, if we can continue to keep that, not just this year, but years to come, I think we got something really special brewing.
You've got something really special going on right now, and you're going into a tournament where last year the Rams made progress in that tournament, getting to the quarterfinals where you were an assistant coach to Kyle Neptune. So you knew the guys coming in. You knew a lot about the program. Certainly, this has been such a successful run. I told you during one of the games last week, as you ended up your season up at Rose Hill, that I've been covering Fordham basketball for over about 35 years. I have. And I have not seen this type of excitement. Well, it's been a long time. Let's put it that way. I wasn't around for that 70-71 team. But what you've done this year, what this team has done, has responded. And what I love about this team, Coach, and I want your comments about this, you're very good at adapting and adjusting in that second half. You work great on transition. You have great defense. You get the offense from Quinton Berry and Moore and company. And how do you guys attribute that? How do you attribute that? Is that coming from these kids that you have on this roster this year?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, we've got great leadership in Darius Quisenberry, Khalid Moore, Antrell Charlton, and Kyle Rose. We got some tremendous freshmen, and the connectivity in that locker room. These guys really care about each other. They're rooting for one another. It's not a selfish team where you come out and the kids work. Some teams, guys are on the bench hoping someone fails so they can get their shot. That's not the case. And when our veteran guys come out, they're rooting for our younger guys. And we've just tried to become the best team we can by the end of the year. And, sometimes that means 5th place, 6th place, 7th place, whatever it might be. This team has the potential to compete with pretty much anybody. And right now we're playing our best basketball. Hopefully we can continue that into Brooklyn. But, these guys really care about each other, and it shows on the court.
Speaking on the experience from last year, all the coaching experience that you had with the A10 tournament, how is it going to carry into this year's tournament? What did you learn from last year's carrying into this year's, along with Quinton Berry, one of the star point guards?
Yeah, you know what? Every year is a little bit different. The league's a lot different this year from top to bottom. The parity's incredible. The coaching is just through the roof. The scouting is unbelievable. This year, the majority of the teams in the Atlantic 10 are playing their best basketball right now. And that's a testament to the incredible coaching and staffs that are in this league. And so it's a totally different environment. You're in Brooklyn, you're in the Barclays. I think Fordham fans are excited. We're going to have a great home court advantage, hopefully, at Thursday night. And, whoever we play, we just got to continue to focus on ourselves. That's the one thing I've learned. Just focus on what you can control. We won't know who we're playing until late Wednesday night. So, we focus on personnel from the opponent, not too much of, what they're doing necessarily offensively when it comes to sets or anything like that. So we've got to stay grounded. We've got to focus on what we can control. And that's being, the hardest playing team and the most together team that steps onto the court. If we do that, we're going to have an opportunity inside that last 4-minute timeout. And hopefully bounce goes our way here and there. We have an opportunity to advance.
Most home wins for a Fordham team also this year up at Rose Hill for the Fordham Rams. And I kind of it was interesting what Quinton Berry said, Coach, last week. And he said, you guys were picked 11th to finish in the conference, 11th. And he said he kind of felt that was disrespectful. And I found that so interesting when he said that. I really thought that was interesting what he said. Because let's face it, it was disrespectful. You guys must have knew something, or at least they did, that you're a numbered seed.
Yeah, you know what? We felt like we were peaking in February of last year. We had a lot of guys returning. We had some great talent coming in. When we got Khalid Moore, we knew we had a big-time player in the Atlantic 10, someone who was looking to take the next step. And I knew the development and the leadership that Darius Quinton Berry was showcasing all summer long. And, again, these guys are incredibly connected. Our young freshmen have given us an opportunity to have a lot of depth. All of our returning players got infinitely better and more confident. And these guys go in with a different mindset. They go in with the mindset that they believe they're going in to win the game as opposed to just hanging close and hoping we do. And that right there is a huge characteristic change that I think, Fordham really hasn't seen in a whole lot from their basketball program. That mindset alone allows you to go in and compete. These guys never feel like they're out of a game.
And you spoke on the freshman class, the recruiting class upcoming. How is this season, how is all the excitement this season impacted guys like Will Richardson and the upcoming recruiting class for this upcoming summer?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a huge impact. Will Richardson, since we inputted him in the starting lineup in LaSalle, we're 11-3. He has a phenomenal work ethic, great family, superstar young man on and off the court. And he's starting to see the fruits of his labor. The game is slowing down, just like the rest of our freshmen. The more you play, the more experience you get. By this time, you're really a sophomore. And our young guys have taken that, and they've run with it. They've had some great examples in the with our upperclassmen, showing them what it takes to grind each and every day, both on and off the court. So we've been fortunate.
Coach Keith Urgo, Fordham University Rams Atlantic 10 Conference, a tournament at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn this week. Rams, the number 2 seed. Hey, Coach, speaking about the seed, the number 1 seed, VCU, they had a great year. They pressed, they trapped, they forced turnovers, 4th in the nation in defensive turnovers. You guys lost to them at VCU, one of your little lone defeats. You didn't have many this year. 80-61 was the score at VCU. They're a tough team to play. Now, it's inevitable. It could happen. A lot of people are picking the Rams maybe to get the semifinals past and maybe face VCU again for the championship. How do you beat that team?
Yeah, Rich, we actually tied for second, and now we're the third seed in this coming tournament. So,
Right,
but but
right.
but VCU, they're tough. Mike Rhodes is just absolutely phenomenal. His staff have done a tremendous job. I texted him, congratulations when they clinched, number one in the league and run the regular season. He's done just such an amazing job there. What a great person his staff does. His team is so deep and athletic. They play a style. They come after you. So you got to take care of the basketball. You got to be able to handle their pressure. And if you get them in the half court, you have a better chance to be successful on the offensive end. And then on the defensive end, they turn turnovers into transition baskets as well as anybody in the country, let alone the Atlantic 10. So you got to take care of the basketball, make them play in the half court, and have an opportunity to hold them to one and done. So, they can't use their athleticism to crash the offensive glass. Those would be the keys to the game against anybody. Easier said than done, though. They've got some great talent, great athleticism, and they're so well coached that they're going to be tough to beat.
Along with VCU, you've talked about it all season. The A10 is a complete grind. It varies amongst all the other conferences across college basketball. What varies amongst the Fordham Rams this year to all the other teams across the conference?
I think we have a lot of depth. We can play 10, 11, 12, 13 guys, and we've utilized that. We try to wear teams out over the course of 40 minutes, and I think for the most part we've been able to do that by using our depth. And we have great balance between our bigs, Roslav Novitsky and Abdou Simbala and Elijah Gray, and then we have some good depth in the guard spot. So we're not just a guard-oriented team. We can put it inside. We can score on the perimeter when we're playing well, and then defensively, when we get you in the half court, we can grind you out in the half court. So if we don't let you score in transition, we do a great job rebounding, and we usually have some very, very good half court defensive schemes that have worked out for us.
And you're a team also, Coach. I've noticed that, when you guys get that 3-point shot going, you don't miss. You don't miss at all. Quinton Berry's on the money and even more. You guys know how to handle beyond the arc. But that student body loves you. They gravitated to you. You've gravitated to them. I love what happened up at Rose Hill this year, how you got so involved with that student body and alumni, especially that student body of the Rams, how you went in the crowd and you embraced them and they embraced you. Haven't seen that in a long time with a Fordham coach. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, it's a dream come true. I'm at my father's alma mater. He was a 1959 graduate, played basketball in 1954 at Fordham. He was a law graduate, 62 law graduate at Fordham. This is something that's really unique to my family. I'm an incredibly proud head coach of Fordham, and to be involved and engaged with the student body who have embraced this run we're on, embraced the program. We need to show them the love. They're giving it to us, and our players and our staff have given it right back, and we want to keep that energy going. So I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to be the head coach at Fordham, and hopefully we can continue the momentum.
And with Thursday, you're going to have Barclays Center packed, hopefully thousands of Fordham Rams out there. What's your mindset? What's your view going to be like going into Thursday, 7:30, 7 o'clock time?
Just, play as hard as we possibly can, play for one another, and hopefully the ball bounces our way the right time and we get a chance to win the game. But, it's not a different mindset. We're trying to get better. We got to get better every day. We got better today. We'll get better tomorrow. Wednesday, we'll get better on the court again. And then we'll go in Thursday night trying to play the best, the most complete game we've played all year long. That's the goal. Every time we step on the floor, we try to get 1% better. And, we're going to have to play like that Thursday night.
Coach, briefly, we know your time is short, and appreciate again you coming on with us on Sports with Rich tonight. The layoff, you guys, last game was Saturday. Will that have an impact? You're not playing until this Thursday. Any impact on that at all?
I certainly hope not. We haven't had a 5-day break in a long time, but at this point in time, it's good to get a couple days rest. Our guys have been grinding. Everybody's sore. We'll keep them engaged, each and every day with something, try to keep in shape by doing some things, but not too taxing. So we'll do everything in our power to keep their minds fresh and their bodies ready to go. And it's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is one of two, two teams could be playing the third night in a row and be exhausted, or one team could be second night in a row. So, I think the rest will be really beneficial.
One final note, just to all the Fordham Rams fans watching out there, what's your final message to them for you going into Thursday?
What's that? I'm so sorry.
No problem. Going into Thursday, what's your final message to all the Fordham Rams fans out there?
It's a great time to be a Ram.
Yeah, that it is. That it is. And I'm not a Fordham alumnus, but like I said, Coach, I've been covering this program for about 35 years. And again, what I have seen this season has been not only unbelievable, it's been a pleasure to watch. It really has. It's nice to see winning back at what you call the thrill at Rose Hill, and how these players have responded and want it so bad. And I could wish you nothing but the best of luck. And we'll be there to see it Thursday night at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn in the A10 tournament.
Robin and Rich, man, thank you guys so much for having me. Keep doing your thing, and go Rams.
You got it, Coach. See you Thursday night at the Barclays Center, and thanks for the time. I know Keith Urgo, the head coach of the Fordham University men's basketball team,